of the consultants at Scenic Cruises, and our annual World Explorer event is being hosted by the 6 Scenic Cruises locations in Edmonton, as well as our location in West Vancouver. We are coming up to 19 months that travel has shut down. If you are on this call, I'm sure you love to travel and want to start exploring the world again. Travel fulfills us, and that's why we do it. And if you're like me, you're missing it. We have great news. Cruising has started. Cruise ships started to sail this past June. We have now had 4 months of sailings in Alaska, Caribbean, and Europe, and river cruising has also started in Europe. Cruise ships are operating safely with the highest protocols, and cruising is by far the safest way to travel. At the end of September, we had 50% of the cruise ship fleets back sailing. And at Scenic Cruises, we've had our clients come back, as well as some of our consultants. Everybody came back with raving reviews, thrilling to get back on board and have a wonderful experience that a cruise can provide. I will say that travel will be a little bit more complex nowadays. Now more than ever, the professional advice of a travel consultant is needed. Our consultants are here to help you navigate the new complexities of travel and make sure your vacation is safe and seamless. I'm always amazed when people tell me they book their own vacations online directly with the cruise line. I think that there's things that I could do. I could do my own taxes. I could cut my own hair. I could even change the oil in my car. But those are things that I choose to leave to the expert. And you may want to leave travel plans to the experts. What you will receive when you book with Scenic Cruises Travel Advisor is the following. Expertise. There are hundreds of different cruise lines and cruise ships, and a travel agent can help you find the right one for you. You will never pay less booking directly with the cruise line, and many times booking with a travel agent, you'll get a better price. Expedia Extras, booking with Expedia, we block group space on hundreds of sailings, and we can offer you extra things such as shipboard credits that booking directly with the cruise line you will not receive. Very important nowadays, information regarding passport, visas, entry requirements, COVID testing, vaccination protocols. What documents do you need? We are here to help you navigate that. We are here to assist you in emergencies or when problems occur. And best of all, isn't it wonderful to have one person plan your entire vacation? If you are ready to travel, we are ready to help. We do believe the time is now. For some of you, you may not feel the time is right to travel at this moment, but the time is right to plan. Planning for 2022, 2023, and even 2024. Studies have shown that approximately 40% of the pleasure of a trip comes from planning one. There is a great deal of pent-up demand, and we've all missed many seasons of vacations. Tours and cruises are starting to fill up, and in many cases, space is limited. Last year has been very challenging for all of us, and sometimes what makes me smile is the thought of where do I want to go next. My bucket list has become a to-do list, and I can't wait to start traveling again. Time has passed, and like you, I have much to make up for. Whatever your dreams are at Scenic Cruises, our travel consultants can help you make them come true. We are committed to finding you the best value for your travel dollars, and we're more than just cruises. Our name is Scenic Cruises Air, Land, and Sea Vacations. We can help you plan all the components of your trip, and best of all, we are in your neighborhood so you can shop local. So sit back, enjoy your coffee or tea, and let's start exploring the world. Our first presenter today, Lisa Willey, Business Development Manager, Western Canada for Scenic Cruises. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa, and all of the fabulous Scenic Cruises team that's on the call today and that put this together. I'm so excited to share with you some of the beautiful, well, we're going to focus on Portugal, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about Scenic first and just take you on the journey. So grab that coffee, sit back and relax as we explore together. So first of all, what's kind of top of mind for everyone is the safety and well-being. We are all aware how much the world has changed, and we want to ensure that you feel safe and comfortable in choosing to travel with us. Our commitment to your health and safety is #1 priority, and we want to give you peace of mind. So let me tell you about some of the safety protocols that we have in place in Europe on our river ships. And we have been safely and successfully operating ships over in cruises over in Europe. We're operating in Bordeaux, in Portugal, also along the Rhine, the Main, and the Danube. And things that we do require in today's world, before boarding the ship, a negative PCR test result 72 hours prior to boarding time, as well as being proof that you're fully vaccinated, so your vaccination card. Portugal requires a locator form to be filled out, and we have a healthcare questionnaire. So these are the only documents that you need to join a Scenic River Cruise. We do have lots of protocols in place on the ships, including being masked in our crew and our guests being masked while on the ship and on coaches for excursions where you cannot safely distance. We have extra hand sanitizers, extra cleaning protocol. We do provide masks and hand sanitizers for our guests on board the ship as well. Plus, for guests that are joining us for a pre-trip, arriving earlier in Portugal for some land, the crew will also check the documents they have, as well as do a quick antigen test before boarding the ship. So lots of measures are in place to keep all of our guests and crew safe while they journey through Europe with us. So let's talk a little bit about the scenic difference. We have and continue to raise the bar in all that we do and all that we offer to our valued guests. Your custom designed 5-star floating hotel hosts no more than 163 guests. We're truly all-inclusive luxury, from transfers, unlimited beverages, premium beverages throughout the day, excursions, and tipping. You have access to laundry services in a mini bar in your suite that's restocked daily with your preferred beverages. It's truly walletless travel. Our Scenic Enrich and Scenic Free Choice experiences mean that you won't miss out on any of those must-see sites, and tailor-made devices will ensure you never get lost, which is something I need when I'm over in Europe. Your well-being your way with healthy meals, yoga classes, salt therapy lounges, as well as e-bikes on board. And we have a wellness coach on hand to guide and support you throughout your journey. For Scenic, we have 35 years of award-winning reputation, state-of-the-art ships, best-in-class crew, #1 choice for the small ship luxury river cruising in Europe. And our highest priority is the commitment to the health, safety, and well-being of our guests and crew. So all you have to do, like you're doing right now, is sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. So let's look at on board. This is I'm going to talk to you about our Portugal itineraries that we have operating right now. And this is the beautiful ship that will be your home away from home, the Scenic Azure. It's only 96 guests, 48 suites, 36 crew, a very intimate, uncrowded experience. Your butler will welcome you on board and escort you to your suite. They're there to dedicated to providing you with 5-star experience every day. They're available to assist and ensure your every need is met. They're trained to meet Scenic's highest standards, and just leave it to them, to be your butler, to bring you your morning coffee or tea to your suite. They can take care of your laundry, serve you premium beverages, and even shine your shoes if you wanted to. This service is included in every category of suite on board our ships. Complimentary laundry, every suite gets 1 bag per cruise, and the higher suites would get even more. Scenic Suites deliver the luxury of personal space and are elegantly appointed with premium amenities. All the balconies suites feature the renowned signature sun lounge. We have the beautiful, prestigious Scenic Suites on board, as well as the junior suites. And here is a good representation of that Scenic Sun Lounge. You can see the lady, she's standing with the doors closed out on her balcony, just a press of the button, and the window lowers down, so it's like being on an ocean ship, basically, out on your private balcony. We have balcony suites, and we also provide an introductory level suite as well. This is just standard. You don't have the view, you don't have a balcony, but you have a very comfortable place to rest your head and get a good night's sleep. Food is also equally to service a very important part of our travel experience. We have 5 different dining options on board, so we promise you, you won't go hungry. You'll have a lot to sample and a lot of choices. The Crystal Dining Room is the main restaurant and offers fresh choices every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, including a la carte. For our early risers, our all-day grazers, the River Cafe is the place for you. And our guests, they will all be invited at least once to join us for a 5-course meal at Portobello restaurant, featuring specials and paired with local wines. It's an intimate experience with only 32 guests. And then we also have Table d'Or, which is exclusive dining experience for our Diamond Deck guests on cruises of 10 nights or longer, and Royal and Junior Suite guests on cruises of 7 nights and fewer. So if you don't feel like getting dressed, getting out that evening, you can also select from an extensive in-suite dining menu. So you can see there's lots of choices. This is just to get your taste buds going as you see the type of cuisine that you'll be dining on, all locally sourced, expertly prepared, and the presentation is amazing. Premium drinks will be served throughout the day, all day, not just with your meals. And you can enjoy the state-of-the-art gym that we have on board. We offer daily scheduled activities to suit every different kind of fitness level. You can be up on the sun deck enjoying yoga or guided hiking excursions. You choose. If you want to be active, you can. We have a spa on board for a little extra pampering. Those salons are at an additional charge, but they're there for our guests. And here, just picture yourself floating up here under the Portuguese sun. So on shore, we have many different experiences for you. Our all-inclusive Scenic Free Choice program will help you see as many wonders as time will permit. You'll be spoiled for choice and have the ability to customize your journey with our carefully curated collection of diverse and immersive shore excursions. And activities will range from active, moderate, and even a relaxed pace. So you have based on your interest, your activity level, you have a choice there as well. Exclusive experiences for scenic guests. These Scenic and Rich are not accessible to an ordinary traveler. And this is an example on a Portugal trip. Your cruise will be, when you arrive in Portugal, you'll have an evening spent at the São Francisco Church in Porto for a classical concert, something money can't buy. It's really exclusive and unique. Tailor-made GPS. This is an exclusive GPS guided tours, which helps you explore what you want to explore, whether it's culture, architecture, art, or simply heading off the beaten track. Our unique tailor-made program is available in over 140 locations, even including cycling tours. We make sure you choose your chosen tailor-made tour starts and returns you to the ship location, so you'll never get lost. It's brilliant. It was launched back in 2019. You can even download it in advance to your mobile phone, so you can start pre-planning your trip ahead of time. It includes information from the daily cruise programs, an entire travel guidebook, and full listing of Scenic Free Choice and Scenic and Rich excursions. So you don't want to be without this. We even have it while you're cruising on the river. You can access the cruising commentary with over 720 points of interest. So it keeps you narrated as you sit back and enjoy. You'll know the region in depth of where you are. And the importance of having our experienced tour director on board, as well as excellent English-speaking local guides. They really make your journey complete and immerse you into the destination. So we have a lot of different itineraries. I'm focusing on Portugal this morning, but I wanted to also let you know where else we cruise in Europe. We have 3 different itineraries in France. We sail all along the Rhine, the Main, and the Danube, and even over in Russia. So lots of choices for you to explore with your Expedia Cruises consultant. And when we look at Portugal, we have 2 options. We have an 8-day option for you. We also have a slightly longer one, which I am going to focus on today, the unforgettable Douro River. It's 11 days, so it takes you a little bit more into the destination. The Douro River winds its way through towns that have somehow managed to preserve their distinctive culture and way of life, while the world around them has succumbed to change. So with Scenic, our guests will explore both the Barossa and Coa Valley and have a full day to explore Salamanca in Spain. Additionally, you will visit quaint little villages like Provincend with a guided tour to see their way of life, including their local bakery, a visit to the church, and we have wine tasting to be enjoyed at the restored manor house. You can't go to Portugal without sampling some of the wine, right? So in day 1, where you arrive, the cruises is return to Porto. Here, it's really a highlight with the iconic sites that you can see. This photo here is taken from the Pont Dom Luís pedestrian bridge, which links the cities of Porto and the Vila Nova de Gaia. This fascinating and vibrant city is famed for the production of port, which is still stored and matured in the vast cellars that stretch along the banks of the Douro River. So tonight, your first night on board, you'll be entertained by a soulful fado performance. And on day 2, your first full day of touring, we have 2 different scenic free choice options for you to consider. You can take a coach ride and discover the historic treasures of this incredible city, which includes a visit to the Palacio de Bolsa, the stock exchange building. It's an impressive building that took over 65 years to complete. Or perhaps you would like to join a walking tour, which also includes a cable car ride to give you a view of Porto from a different perspective. It's day 3, and this morning you'll be waking up in Entre os Rios, which means in between the rivers. This is a small village located north of Porto and situated on the confluence of the Tamega and Douro rivers. From here, you can choose to take a trip out to Guimarães and the impressive Ducal Palace, which is home to the first king of Portugal. Alternatively, visit the fairy tale property of Quinta de Alvalade. I'm sorry, I'm not saying all of these pronunciations 100%, but you get the gist, for a taste of the region's sparkling wines here. And this afternoon, enjoy your time either on board as we sail to Regula, when we get there, you'll have a chance to see the Douro Museum. In Uchana, this is really unique to Scenic. And in addition to discovering the delights of the Douro Valley, we'll also uncover the treasures of the Rosa and Caio valleys. The spectacular Barossa Valley is where the first king of Portugal was born, raised, and grew into a leader. You'll visit the impeccably preserved village of Ucana and walk the fortified bridge, which is pictured here. This is Portugal's first toll bridge. We all know that Portugal is famed for its production of port, but there's also another famous drop, and we visit the palace depicted on its label, Mateus Palace. It's the historic icon depicted on the labels of the Portuguese famous Mateus Rosé wine. And you'll have the option to enjoy a guided visit of this exquisite building and the surrounding grounds. Alternatively, you can visit the elegant town of Lameo. This is a must for those who appreciate Baroque architecture. And for those, if you want to get in your daily steps, here it is for you. 680 steps will get you to the top of what's known as the Sanctuary of Our Lady of Remedies. You already have your steps in, or it's not big on your list today, don't worry, there's a coach that will take you up here as well. Vinheteiro, we enjoy a full day of cruising along the Douros Valley, wine growing region, which is very beautiful, scenic with the tiered vineyards up on the hillside. It's also a World Heritage Site, listed site. This region has a history of wine production stretching back 2,000 years. On day 6, we'll have the opportunity now to cross the Spanish border from the Douro Valley to the Spanish streets of Salamanca. With breathtaking architecture and intriguing history at every turn, you'll enjoy a guided tour before enjoying some of the local delicacies, followed by plenty of free time to discover this fabulous city. You have another option though, if you would rather. You could visit Freixo de Espanha, Acinta, which is a Portuguese village, which is famed for its silk production. Here we go, which is still done entirely by hand. Arriving into the picturesque town of Pozino, you'll have the opportunity to visit the Coa Valley Museum to discover Paleolithic art of the region, which includes thousands of engraved rock drawings of horses, bovines, and other animals, human and abstract figures, all of that dating back as far as 22,000 years BC. Or for a more active guest, you may like to embark on a canoeing excursion with one of our expert guides to really experience the magnificent Douro Valley. Alternatively, take in the sights and the taste of the Coa Valley on an excursion to Casa Penova to make delicious sugar-covered almonds and taste the region's produce. Visit the Portugal of yesteryear as we discover the traditional and quaint streets of Provincend. It's a place where the locals are proud to introduce you to the way of life, including the local bakery. This is a really specially choreographed scenic and rich event that's exclusive to our guests. You will also visit the church for a recital and enjoy some wine tasting in a restored manor house before joining a local family at their home for lunch. So what a really unique, this day is going to be fantastic. today you can finally sit back and relax at such a busy, fast-paced itinerary and enjoy all that Scenic Spaceship has to offer as we make our way back through the Douro Valley and into Porto. Later tonight, you'll be enthralled by a sheer beauty of that São Francisco church, where you will be treated to the evening traditional Portuguese music, the private concert that I mentioned on our special Scenic Enrich event. On day 10, we get back into Porto, where we started our wonderful journey. And today is a great opportunity for you to discover more of another side of the city by taking an excursion to the historic and colorful city of Aveiro. The Venice of Portugal, you will be on a guided tour that includes a cruise along the canals and weave through the cities. Alternatively, you might prefer to visit a local corking factory to learn how it's produced in its multitude of uses. Or take a trip to Vila Nova de Gaia, the historic district set on the banks of the Douro River, for a tasting of the region's famed rock in one of Porto's most renowned port wine aging cellars. It's your last afternoon with us, so either free time to explore the city or simply kick back on the scenic Azure and relax, enjoy your last hours. Final morning of your cruise, you don't have to depart and fly home right away. We will transfer you to the Porto airport, but if you have time permitting, you can do one of our effortless and all-inclusive 5-star city extensions in either Lisbon before your cruise or Madrid after your cruise. When doing these with Scenic, you will be met at the airport and transferred to your fabulously centrally located hotel right in the heart of the city. You'll enjoy a welcome drink with your fellow travelers and tour director. And during the day, you can either join a local guide for a sightseeing tour or explore on your own. Breakfast and dinners are included, and a full day at leisure to explore the city. So lots of choices. We also offer a little bit more venturing further afield if that interests you with Scenic's easy luxury escorted journeys. You can choose from a wide selection of itineraries, locations, interests, and experiences. Our escorted journeys are seamlessly combined with the luxury cruise and for the ultimate European journey. So just add on some of the combinations and extensions that are available to you are this Iberian Grandeur, 21 days, or we also have this beautiful one as well with Bordeaux. And we have many more. There's many more, so you can check them out in our brochure. Contact your Expedia cruise consultant to get a copy of that brochure, or just to ask them questions about the different options that we have available to you. So wrapping things up in essence of time, we've got a lot to learn about this morning. Hopefully this has intrigued you a bit and wet your whistle a little bit more on Portugal. I'm actually going to Portugal for my first time on one of our cruises at the end of this month. So I'll hopefully be able to get my pronunciation down a little bit better. So here we have our offer that is exclusive with Expedia Cruises, and it is booked for the month of October. It's save an additional $250 per person. It's applicable on all of our 2022 Europe River Cruises, exception of some Portugal sailings. Portugal is in high demand. It is one of our highest demand itineraries that we have out there, and therefore the availability isn't as strong as it could be for additional offers. But check with you again, your Expedia consultant. They will find the sailing that has this offer on it and get you booked on it. We have other offers that are out in the marketplace right now that combines with that additional $500 per couple savings, and they include free or reduced air to Europe for 2022, or an air credit if you happen to be using points or wanting to travel a different way. We have a Scenic Savings, a special $700 savings per couple. This again, unfortunately, excludes Portugal, but is available on the vast array of our other cruises that we have in Europe. And we also have an early payment discount where you can save an additional 10% on your cruise fare if you book and pay in full on balcony suites only by December 15th. So it's a great way to save some additional money on your journey. We have a free deposit protection plan for peace of mind traveling, and this is a value of $125 per person. In this way, you will not lose your deposit if you need to cancel for some reason. It will be kept as a future travel credit for you. So that's a lot, and I'll turn it back over to Lisa. And thank you very much for your time and attention today.
Thank you, Lisa. What a fabulous, fabulous presentation. And I have been fortunate enough to go to Portugal. It's probably one of the most picturesque itineraries on the river. Definitely enjoying the wine. I never liked port until I got on a Portugal river cruise. All of a sudden, port became something very, very important. So thank you for sharing all of that. I know you're going to absolutely love it. Just to let everybody know, travel is starting. And Lisa, you mentioned how, scarcity in Portugal, and I think it's important. So just one question for you, 2020, do you have 2023 open for booking yet?
We do. We absolutely do. It's a pre-release, so there's some fantastic prices that are out on 2023 as well. It's just not all the same offers that I mentioned, but there's still availability and strong price points for you as well.
Because we don't want, if anybody's, really wants to do Portugal, we don't want them to be disappointed. So if 2022 doesn't work, we can plan into 2023. And I loved what you talked about, the deposit protection plan and the future cruise credits, so that, again, I think it's very important nowadays to not have any worry about your investment. So thanks for bringing those things up. We have all lost 2 years of vacation. So please make sure that you contact your Expedia Cruises consultant to let us know what we can help you with. Start dreaming about the future. We appreciate your time, your past travels with us. And if you have any questions at all, you can contact your Expedia Cruises consultant. Our next presenter will be Tom Steer, coming up in a few minutes with Yachts of Seabourn. Just before we go, there is one question, Lisa. Are the ships and tours accessible for someone using a mobility scooter?
Some of them are. It would be very difficult in Portugal just because of the terrain, cobblestone streets. It is a little bit more of a challenge. So I would suggest taking that offline with your Expedia consultant, and I can get involved and find out specifics on the different itineraries you might be interested in.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Lisa. Have a wonderful time on your trip. We're going to we're just going to have a little bit of a break for about